What's up, everybody? It's your boy Reggie Casual, and this is Versus, where we put two brands, designers, styles, collections, or anything in the world of fashion against each other, giving the pros, cons, and letting you decide who comes out on top. And today, it's reps versus resale, fakes versus price gouging, and you already know it's about to be a barn burner. I'm gonna lay out all the details. You're gonna answer. Let's get it. Intro. Reps, fakes, replicas, whatever you want to call them, are everywhere now. A virtual billion-dollar business. And even though faking it is largely looked down upon in the world of fashion, there is a silver lining to the practice. Reps often can be the only way for some individuals to get their hands on some of their favorite or requested brands. Not everyone has access to some of the most cherished pieces out there. Just look at South Korea, some of the most swaggiest individuals on the rock called Earth, and they still don't have a preem shop. That is bananas, but it hasn't kept them from faking it. And let's be real, reps are a bona fide way of giving the middle finger to resellers who price gouge, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. It used to be that reps were terrible, they were just awful, but now they're damn near identical or very close to what retail is, resulting in storied fake checkers getting hilariously called out for not knowing, or even companies that stand by their authenticity checks getting played. And let's not forget the community that engages with the purchasing of replicas. It is by far one of the most inclusive groups in all of street fashion. For all the hate it receives within the world of replicas, there's no sense of competition to be fresher than your peer, just a collective effort and interest in finding the best possible replicas. And finally, it's cheaper than buying resale, and more often than not, retail. So reps do, of course, have some hefty pros. However, reps are first and foremost illegal. It's illegal. I mean, depending on the laws of your country, the items could either get seized, stopped in customs, or you could receive a subpoena if you're not careful. Also, you really don't know where the hell you're getting your rep. Like, you don't know who you're supporting or where that money's going to, and no matter how much reputable rep reviewers know, they don't know everything, and not knowing exactly where your money is going is not only problematic for you, it could be problematic for others indirectly. Also, reps have this nasty habit of, pilfering the intellectual property of those that created the original. Some people don't care about that, but think about it this way. Had the brand you bought repped wasn't popular, would you even give a damn? Most likely not. It may not mean much to you, but it is worth noting that that's what reps are all about. Taking popular stuff and copying it so people can buy it. But on the other side, you have resale. Oh, resale, don't we love it? Well, for starters, for resale, you're getting the genuine article, at least in theory. And further, resale isn't just the price gouging affair that many of us have come to hate. That's right, folks, we're talking archival fashion as well. And well, archival fashion is just amazing. It's just great. There's absolutely no cons to that. And it gives you a chance to pick up some stuff for fair prices that could be considered grails or grailed, which is an unsponsored plug, so I want my money. I want it. Anyway, archival fashion is also a great alternative to buying new stuff you don't actually need. And it's largely better looking and better for the environment, which is a plus. General resale, on the other hand, is a mixed bag, depending on who you're dealing with. But the great thing about it is that you're likely to find exactly what you're looking for, albeit at a hefty price tag. And this is where all that positive juice begins to empty out in a way, because the dark side of both archival and general resale is widespread price gouging. We mentioned this a little bit earlier, but it is a big problem. General rule in resale is if something is popular, aka hype, you're probably gonna get shafted raw. I don't mean to be graphic, but you're gonna get shafted super raw. And resellers can be the most exploitative individuals on the planet. Plus, they do everything in their power to make sure anything popular is going to be resold, from bots to cooks. Listen, you ain't getting what you want if it's popular ever again, or it's gonna be really hard if you don't play the same game as the resellers do. And then some of them even use reps to fake you out. They resell reps. I mean, it's a dirty game, resell is. But if you can find a consistent and fair plug, it may not be as problematic. So that's the take. But what did you have to say about it? Now, our poll, resell won it out hands down. Keep in mind, all of our versus polls are on the YouTube community page. So if you want to get in on it and you haven't, you could just go there every time one drops, usually right after this video. But a few of you made some good points. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Vanilla, he says, reps, I don't know if your name is Vanilla. It says, reps actually got me into fashion, interesting enough, from skating and wearing only skateboard brands. I was introduced to streetwear through Palace, but wasn't exactly ready for the prices. I started out buying cheap Palace and Supreme T reps, but was exposed to all sorts of brands that were getting rep that I wanted to learn more about. I didn't think I had fallen in love with the likes of Kiko or older CDG and UC collections if I didn't buy those rep Palace tees, as I would have been turned off by the prices of resale. Buying reps has also given me more of an appreciation for the work that brands do to source material and come up with designs, and has given me more reason to actually buy official pieces, be that from retail or resellers. You know, this is a good point too. I think, you know, the practice of buying reps doesn't necessarily have to be one that's negative. It can introduce you to something and say, hey, I kind of respect that. Even though this is a rep that I'm wearing and I look at the real one, I can tell the quality difference, right? Like sometimes I could feel the difference, and now I respect it more. Now I have a reason to buy these things, or I have a reason to, you know, expand my wardrobe into more quality things rather than the stuff that these replica makers are making. So this is a story of transition, which is something that I respect. Especially your reasoning, and then going from reps and then saying, you know what, I'm gonna pick pieces that I really like, and I'm gonna start this discovery for stuff that I enjoy, and, you know, official stuff from the actual vendors themselves. Jonathan Alameda, you had the most amount of likes on this post. You said, this might be a weird take, but the insanely pricey resale market demands creativity from your end. As a person who doesn't like to buy reps, that price cap has forced me to think about different aspects of what I like versus of what I think I like versus what I actually like. It's a great point. You can actually find pieces in the aftermarket at or below retail value that actually fit in your closet instead of buying replicas of the latest release to flex on the gram. One good rule of thumb for me is if I can't buy at retail, then it wasn't meant to be. I really like this comment because it goes into a few things. It goes into the aspect of discovery, and this is something that I 100% agree with. You have to invoke a sense of discovery when it comes to fashion. And you also have to be honest with yourself. What do I like versus what do I think I like? I may think I like this because it's popular and everybody's wearing it, but that may not fit my whole vibe of what I normally do or what I'm comfortable with. I'm just doing it for this moment. If you have to purchase stuff to make yourself feel like you're fashion forward, or feel like, you know, to be a part of some group that is arbitrary at best, then you're not doing it right. You really should invoke a sense of self when it comes to picking out clothes. And Jonathan, you make a very good point when you say, you know, you could find a lot of pieces in the aftermarket at or below retail value that actually fit in your closet. I think that that's a perfect point, and I really agree with that. The other guys, they make some good points for reps, but I think your point for the reason why you don't even go for resale or reps is because of the discovery element. And it's just more about you finding, you know, genuine pieces for your style, which is something that I co-sign wholeheartedly. And this is where we get into my final thoughts on the situation. So if you want the big skinny on my reason, become a member on Patreon or YouTube to get overtime where I explain everything. But I generally side with resale only because if you really want something, just save and buy it. Or if you only halfway want it, just skip it. just skip it, because I can guarantee you something else will pique your interest in the future. Fashion is forever. But the best way in my mind to alleviate all of this is just to buy stuff that no one else buys, or shocker, find other brands that aren't hyped and buy those. It's a lot less stressful and you don't have to resort to crime to do it. It's crime free, baby. Search for new stuff, and crime free is great, while it's also never being hustled for something that is not worth it at the resale market. But you guys, keep the convo going in the comments, and be sure to join in on next week's poll to get in on a chance to be featured right here on Versus. Give a thumbs up if you like the video, follow on Instagram for the latest out of Japan and beyond, but most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international street fashion and culture. From Tokyo, it's your boy, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu, and I will see you guys in a minute. Overtime. Let's go. It eases the burden of trying to find something that everybody else is doing simply to be a part of the group.